Good morning, River Landing. Hello, it's time for mat yoga. I do have today a towel or a blanket for our knees because we will be getting on the floor and maybe staying on our knees just a little bit. And so if you need it, it's always there. And we also might use it to do a little bit of a side stretch today. So if you want to take a quick moment and just get it, I'm going to adjust my mat. It's in the wrong spot. Just make sure you can still see that, okay? Yeah, okay. There's a thing right underneath here. It's a plug-in thing, and it's hard sometimes for me to gauge where to put it. All right, so let's go ahead and start standing. So just as my regular caution, this class we do get up and down off the floor. If you do not know that you can get back off the floor, I would ask you to just wait until 11 and do chair yoga. I don't want you to be on the floor and you can't get back up and you have no way to get help for a while. So if you're not sure if you can get up off the floor, please don't do this class, okay? And I love you, and chair yoga is great too. So, all right, here we go. Let's take a breath. Good, one more breath. Leave those arms up right here. Bring your shoulders down. Good, let's grab one wrist. We're gonna reach up and then over to the side. Try to keep your weight as evenly weighted as possible in those feet. So I'm really not leaning and putting more weight on one side. I'm trying to keep the weight even. Doing a stretch to the side. Good, and lift them up. Bring those shoulders down, up and over we go. Good, now that we have our shoulders and our sides nice and soft, let's roll those shoulders back, up, back, and down, and hold them here. Palms are facing your thighs. Roll those shoulders back. Let's just take a moment for calm, a moment for peace. Breathing. If you can and you're comfortable, close your eyes. Relaxing just that little bit. Good. Soften through the body as much as you can so that you can still stand tall and breathe. Good. All right. Keep those shoulders back, breathing, nice deep belly breathing all the way to the bottom of the lungs. Good. All right, and now let's open up those eyes. Let's take another big deep breath. Inhale and then exhale. Good, last big breath here. And let it go. All right. So let's just take a little bit of a step out so your feet are a little wider than your hips. And we're going to inhale up, both arms up, and we're going to come down into a squatting position right here, which is also known as chair pose. Good, so we're pushing that bottom back. It's as though we're getting ready to sit in the chair and we decide, oops, we really don't want to sit in that chair. Good, so we're going to inhale and come up. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale, come down, chair pose. Now, if your back hurts here, try to come a little bit forward. Sometimes that gives you a little relief. But remember, it's a hinge where the shoulders, hips, and ears all stay in line. So I'm not curling here, I'm not curling at the shoulder. Everything stays up. Let's inhale and come up one more time. Good, inhale, lift. Good, exhale, last chair pose right here. Good, modify as you need to. Weight should be even if you can. Super challenge if you want to come up on those toes, lifting those heels. Woo. All right, and then let's bring it back down. All right, good, kick those feet out just that little bit. All right. Good job. Let's come into a wider stance here. Gotta get over my thing. There we go. All right, now turn your heels so they're coming towards the center. Good, so we're going from chair pose to goddess pose. Good, and if you need to, you can always grab your chair because for some of us, standing like this is a little unstable. So maybe you want to put that chair right in front of you if you choose to do that. Good, so we're going to bend down. Now, as we bend, just this one time, I want you to look and make sure that your knees are pushing out towards the first and second toe. Maybe even the second and third toe, okay? So when you come down, if I drew a line, that line should be between those toes. Good, and then let's inhale and come up. Good, let's add some arms for those of us that can. We're going to inhale and push up here. Good. So one more breath. Good. Let's inhale it up. And exhale, arms come down. Good. Good. Inhale. Exhale, push. Hold it right here. Good. Keep breathing. At your own breath, we're going to hold it here, working on those muscles. Good. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Working on those muscles in the legs. This is good for our knees too. Up we go. Good. Inhale, or exhale it up. Good. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale down. Goddess pose. Beautiful goddesses right here. Let's hold this one right here. Good. If you wanted, we could rock. A little bit of a challenge there, up under the toes. It's a challenge move. You don't have to do that part. Good. Last one. Let's inhale it all the way up. Bring those arms back down. Bring those feet forward and walk them in. Good. All right. Good job. Kick those feet out. All right. Let's roll those ankles just a little bit. So we're up on the tippy toe, rolling through that ankle. Roll the other way. Good. All right, and then let's do the other side. So most of my lesson today was planned for the floor, so let's just go ahead and get to it. Roll that ankle the other way. All right, so I'm going to use my chair to get down, and the way I get down, and I know a lot of times I forget to use the chair to come back up, but the way that I come back up is the same way as we come down, we just in reverse, okay? So inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive down, and then one knee goes down, and then the other, and we come to the floor. Now, if I were to get back up, I would put my hands on the chair and put my stronger leg out. Okay, I'm going to lean into the chair so I can use my arms as well as my legs, and then I'm going to come up here. Okay, so that's how you would use that chair to come back up, just in case I forget at the end to tell you. Okay, so let's go ahead and come down, hands and knees. I'm going to push the chair away. There we go. All right. So on those hands and knees in that tabletop position, fingers are wide. You have starfish fingers right here. Good. And then let's inhale and curl. And exhale and sway that back. You know, I like to always start with that cat and cow pose. And we're going to actually get into that a little bit deeper today. Good. Inhale and exhale. So just do your own cat and cow for a couple more breaths. And last one right there. So I want you to push back into child's pose right here, bringing your forearms to the floor. So forearms are on the floor. We're going to pull ourselves forward, and I want you to push through your palms, lifting up using those forearms, using the tricep muscles, the muscles in the back of the arm. Then we curl for a cow pose, and we make a circle. So we're coming back to child's pose, forearms on the floor. Slide ourselves forward, we lift, pushing through the hands up to cow. Then we curl for cat, then we come back down. Good, so let's do this a few times, rolling into that cat and cow. We come up, cow pose, curl for cat, and we come back down. Okay. Just a few more of those, working on that spine. One more. Cat. Good. Let's pause in the child's pose position right here. You decide how that's going to look for you. Sorry about the feedback. I'll try to keep it to a minimum. Good. So for you, if you wanted to, your head could be on the floor or on the lap. Good. All right, let's come on up. We're back in that tabletop position. Good. So we did a little bit of Pilates last week, so we're going to do some Pilates stuff starting in a little bit, like 10 minutes or so. But I wanted to also incorporate some of the walkout planks, so we're going to build some strength here. So if you have problems with your wrists, the options would be coming up on your fists or coming down to the forearms, because that takes the tension out of those wrists. And we're just going to walk back. Oops, I got to get on my mat. So we're going to walk back. And then bring those knees down. So it's a walk back plank. And you could do this from this position here. or you can do it from this position. I'm switching my lead foot each time, okay? And so when we come out, we want to try to keep ourselves parallel with the floor. We don't want that bottom way up here, right? So we want to be in that position here. Good. Just that walkout plank. And I'm not going to do too many more of these. Switching that lead foot each time. Let's do one more. All right, and bring those knees down and push back into that child's pose. Maybe that's where the feedback's coming from. Good. All right. And then let's come back up. Now remember, if you need that towel underneath your knees or the blanket underneath your knees, please do it. And just let the knees hang over the top or the edge of that towel or blanket. That's what's going to feel the best. All right, so here we are in that tabletop position. I want you to do one walkout plank. Good, and push yourself back into a down dog. Good, pushing those heels towards the floor, lifting those hips and tucking that shoulder back. We're not going to stay here too long. For those of you that want to stay longer, you can. Good, building strength in those arms. You could be on your forearms here. Good, one down dog for the day. Holding, stretch it, push it back. If you can, lift those hips, tilt them upward. Feel that stretch into those hamstrings and that lower back. This is my go-to pose when my back is hurting. This is such a good back pose right here. Breathe. Good, all right, that's a lot of time on those wrists, I know it. So let's come on down. Good, let's take those arms, let's bring them all the way back. Swing them back for rabbit pose. Trying to turn my head so I don't feel that feedback. All right. Now, let's come on up, and we're going to sit kind of side saddle here. And I want you to grab your towel or your blanket, and we're going to lay it right underneath your hips. So find that bone that protrudes. It's called the ilium or the ischium, one of those two. Good, and we're going to kind of tuck that blanket right in there, okay? So tuck that blanket right in there, and we're going to lay down. So just feel how that feels. So for me, I don't quite like that. I want to bring it forward just a little bit more. And I've rolled my blanket, or this is actually a towel, I've rolled it. I like that better. So now I'm going more mid-rib cage. So you decide what you like better. What feels better for you? All right, so now we're kind of rolled along that towel. I'm going to move this and see if that makes it better. Let's try that. All right, so I want you to extend your leg that's on the top. Extend the arm over the top and see if you can get to the floor. So see if you can get to the floor with that. Good, reach it, stretch it. Imagine I'm there and I'm tugging your leg, and I want that leg to be tugged and then left down on the floor. Good, we're just going to hold it here for a moment. Good, so we're stretching through that rib cage. All right, now let's release it. We're going to bring that knee up and the elbow up. We're going to try to touch, and then we're going to extend. Good, so touch, and then extend and reach. Good, touch, extend and reach one more time. Good, got a little extra credit there. We did 4, I usually do 3. Good, hold it right here. Bring that toe back down. See if it loosened up just a little bit. Good, holding it here. Good, all right. If at any time that towel feels uncomfortable, please remove it. You don't have to have it there. So now let's take that leg and we're going to swing it to the back, that top leg, and reach your hand out to the front and just hold here, stretching through that hip. If it's uncomfortable at all, bring it forward just a little bit and see if that helps it not be uncomfortable. Good, and now let's do the reverse. And this is as far as we're going to go with this today. So we're going to swing that leg forward and we're going to roll on that towel. So rolling on that towel. Bring my microphone with me. Rolling on that towel, opening the chest to the sky. Good. Ah. You feel that nice stretch right into that sciatic nerve area there. Extending that leg. Good. right, and then let's roll it back and bring those knees in. We're gonna take our hand to the front, push ourselves up, and we're gonna roll over to the other side. Good, taking that towel with you. So taking that towel with you, come over to that other side. Good. Roll. And so again, you can start with that towel or blanket right at the top of the hip and see how that feels. But I actually liked it a little bit more forward, so it was between the rib cage a little bit more. So you decide what you like better, okay? And I really don't want you up here. I don't want you elevated here because you're not getting the full benefit as you would get if you laid here, okay? So try to lay over that blanket. Good, we're gonna extend that leg. Good, and extend the arm overhead, stretching here. Imagine that there, I'm pulling that hip down. Pulling, 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 extend. Oh, I wish I could do it for you. I wish I could be there to pull it. It feels so good. Good, make us taller by a little bit. Wouldn't that be fun? And then let's lift you. Bringing that elbow and the knee together, extend it out. Good, elbow and knee come together. Extend it out. Elbow and knee come together. Extend it out one more time. Elbow and knee come together. Extend it out, hold it here, bringing that foot to the floor, feeling that elongation in the hip. Ah, that feels good. Holding, breathing. All right, let's bring that hand right here. So we're gonna take that leg, swing it forward. Oh, nope, we did backward first. So let's go back, reaching that arm forward, feeling that stretch through the side. Good, maybe feeling it a little bit in the lower back. Good, and then swing it forward and twist and open your chest to the ceiling. For me, I have a little bit of an impingement in the shoulder, so it's hard for me to get that arm to the floor. So I'm going to take it and lay it on my belly. If you have that same problem, just bend that arm in, but keep your chest open to the sky. And breathe. Good. Let's bring that back in, and that's gonna be all that we're gonna do with that towel today, but someday here in the future we'll do another towel class. Those are fun, and there's so many things that we can do with them. So let's go ahead and we're gonna push ourselves up and get off of that towel, and I'm gonna take my towel and just put it here, and I'm gonna switch where my head goes because I want you to be able to see me a little bit better. I think you can see me better here. So let's come back and lay on our back yet again. So on our back we go, okay? So we're on our back, and we're gonna do a few little twists of the lower body here before we get to the Pilates. So let's lift those feet up, and let's hug those legs in first. So hug them in first. We can do this is part of our normal Pilates warm-up also, this little hug of the legs. Good. All right, and then bring them in. Let's open those legs in a V. We're going to put our arms underneath, and we're going to tug just that little bit, pulling those legs in, stretch them out. Good. All right, bring those legs together. Let's push them up, heels towards the ceiling. Let's stretch through those legs, getting them ready for the leg portion of our Pilates. Good. Push those heels towards that ceiling the best that you can. Can you pull them a little bit further towards your body? Ooh, big stretch there. Good. Can you reach your toes towards your face? Oh, right. Wow. All right, and then let's release that back, bringing those legs back to what I would call a tabletop position. So we're going to bring those arms out in a T position. Good. Keeping those knees and ankles squeezed together. You're gonna roll over to one side, keep it all squeezed together, and turn your head in the opposite direction. Feeling that nice stretch through the spine. Breathing. Remember what I had said earlier, if the extension of the arm is too much for your shoulder, bring that hand to the belly. It gives it a little release, but you still keep your body turned that way. Good. Now hold those knees and ankles together. Let's lift it up. Reposition if you need to. Good, and then let's roll to the other side. And those legs come to the floor. I do not want you to be hanging out in space here. So if you can't get there, roll so that you can, but keep your chest lifted as much as possible. Good. All right. Breathing, nice big deep breaths. We're going to pull those legs back up right here. Good. Bring your feet to the floor. Arms are out in that T position. Bring your toes a little bit wider so they're almost to the edges of your mat, and we're just going to rock those hips side to side. We're getting those bodies ready for that Pilates. Good. Thank you, by the way, for all your feedback on the Pilates. That was wonderful. And I know I'm going to add a little bit of Pilates every Thursday. So one Thursday we'll do the abdominal muscles, or abominables, as Leanne used to call them, and one Thursday we'll do the legs. So let's hold it to one side right here. Hold it to one side. Relax. Good. For those of you that want a deeper stretch, you can take that top foot and put it on top of the other leg. Getting the deeper stretch. If you don't like the way that feels, please don't do it if it doesn't feel good. All right, let's take that foot off. Let's roll the other way. Good. Put that foot on your thigh, or on the knee, excuse me, the back leg. Really stretching through that hip. All right, and then let's come back. So just a couple of things about Pilates before we get onto the side to do the side series. So I want you to think about that neutral pelvis, because neutral pelvis becomes important even on the side series. So think about keeping your hips as even as possible. So let's everybody tilt your hips up a little bit, pushing the belly button in. So that's a tilted pelvis, right? And then let's do the opposite way, rock it back the other way. So either one of those is not neutral, right? We've overextended those muscles in the back to get where we are. So roll it back to where you're comfortable. Put your hands even on your hips and feel that they should be even with each other and that they should be parallel with each other. So no tilting forward, back, side to side. So even on the side series, we're going to have to think about that when we're swinging our legs. We want to keep a neutral pelvis and keep the tummy tucked in to support it. Okay, so let's roll to one side so that you can see me. Okay. And a couple of options with the arms. You can't be up this far, but I just caution you that this is really hard on the shoulders, so I wouldn't recommend that. You could be here, which I find to be the most comfortable for me, or you could be laying here. So you decide which one you like the best, okay? So we're gonna, sorry, let me just pull this a little bit. So we're gonna bring those legs and shoot them out. Good, and then let's bring them back just a little bit, okay? So you still should be able to see your feet when you look down. Okay, so we're gonna start just with a simple leg swing. We're gonna swing that leg forward and back. Now remember I talked about that neutral pelvis? This is one of those exercises that you're gonna wanna keep a neutral pelvis. Good, so keep that neutral pelvis. Good. And I adjusted, just so that you know, I adjusted my bottom leg to come a little bit more forward because I felt more stable there. So if you need to do the same, please do so. You find your spot where you're the most stable. Good. And maybe just because we haven't done it in a long time, I needed it because I'm not as strong as I used to be. All right, one more forward and swing it back, hold it here, swing it back, holding. Good, holding that back there, feeling that nice stretch. Good, so at any time, if this starts to be too much for you, you can stop and then come back in when you can. So we're gonna lift the leg, flex the foot, bring it down and point. Good, lift and point. Good, so anything over that 45-degree angle is just extra. At the 45-degree angle is where we have the most benefit. Good, so you don't have to, we don't have to be a ballerina and lift it way up here is my point. We can get benefit. Imagine that I'm there, I'm tugging your leg. Good, reach it, heel and toe. Let's do 2 more. Good, and last one. Good, I might have started, for those of you that I told 10:30, I might have started a couple minutes early. I'm so sorry about that. All right, so keep that leg right here. We're gonna circle it forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Point your toe, go backwards, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Again, forward, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're doing circles, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. We did small circles, so now let's do big circles. So we're going to go half in front, half in back with a big circle. Good. Big circle here. Half in front, half in back. Inhale, exhale. Make sure you're breathing. Pilates is a lot about breathing as well. All right, one more. And now reverse it. Reverse that circle. Good. I noticed that my circle going this way is not quite as big, and that's okay. Do the best that you can. Try to keep that leg straight, point the toe, that's going to help. All right. 2 more. And last one. Good. All right, let's just take a break for just a minute. Give that hip a little bit of a rub. Good, because I know even for me, I haven't done these in a really long time. Good. All right. So let's keep moving. So we're going to zip. So we're going to zip up and around. Good. Zip it up and around. It's like I'm taking my foot, opening a zipper. Zip. Or closing a zipper, I guess. Right? Zip. Good. And zip it up. All right. Let's do 2 more. Zip and zip. Good, now reverse it, zip it down, bring it up and around, and zip it down and up and around. Zip it down, up and around. Good. All right. Last one right here, good. Ugh. All right, let's take that leg, we're gonna bend it in. I want you to grab your ankle if you can, otherwise just push that heel back, push that hip slightly back, and we're gonna extend. For those of you who want to go deeper, we're gonna lean back into that just a little bit, feeling a stretch all the way through the shoulder and the hip. Breathing. Good. Now we're going to release that leg, keeping the knee bent. We're going to do a stitch. So we're going to stitch to the button right here. So it's a bend in, lift. A bend in and a lift, like we're stitching a button. Good. Bend in and a button. The good news about this one is there is no reversal of this. We're just doing this one. Good. And the cool thing for Pilates is that we only do really 8 to 10 reps, which we probably did more already. Last one right there. Good. All right, let's extend that leg back out. So we're going to take that top leg, we're going to go toe, heel. Good, and we're going to go fast. They're called hot peppers. Hot peppers, toe, heel, fast. Working through the hip, so trying to get all the way up into that hip if you can. Good, toe and heel. Good, now do heel, toe. Trying to work it through the hip. Heel, toe. Ooh. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good, give that hip a rub. All right, we're almost there. Good. I don't think I forgot any. I didn't bring the paper with me, but I thought I'd remember. So bring those legs back just a little bit further. So we had maybe scooted those legs up a little bit to do our side series, but now I want you to bring them back, but you still should be able to see your feet. Good, and we're gonna lift, lower. So I'm lifting the top leg, lift the bottom leg, bottom comes down, top goes down. Up, down, down, up, up, down, down. It takes a while to get it, right? For some of us, lifting that bottom leg is really super hard, but you can do it over time. One more. Last one right here. Now plant those feet together. We're just going to do 8 of these. We're just going to lift for 8. Both feet together. Hold them together. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, we got that one side done. All right, so roll onto your belly. Shake those hips. Take out the burn. Good. Oh, we need a minute, huh? All right. You know what, while we're here, while we're on our bellies, let's come up onto those forearms just for a moment. We're going to stretch out those legs with another Pilates move. We're going to kick those feet 1, 2, 3, and bring it down. And then the other side, 1, 2, 3. Bring it down. Let's do them both. 1, 2, 3. Bring them down. Lift them. 1, 2, 3. Bring them down. 1, 2, 3. Down. 1, 2. Notice I'm flexing and pointing those toes. 2 more. Up, 2, 3, and down. Last one. Up, 2, 3, and down. Good. All right. Now bring your hands to your sides. Good. So your hands are by your sides. Good. All right. So we're going to add to that this time. So bringing your head to the floor. We're going to do that same movement. 1, 2, 3. Bring those feet to the floor. We lift the head and chest and we turn and go down. Good. So it's 1, 2, 3. Lift the head and chest, turn and go down. Good. 1, 2, 3. Bring them down. Lift the head and chest, turn. Add that reach. So it's 1, 2, 3. Lift and reach and come down. 1, 2, 3. Lift and reach and come down. Good. 1, 2, 3. Lift and reach, come down one last one. 1, 2, 3. Lift and reach and come down. Good. All right, let's come up and we're going to go into a child's pose. So a child's pose right here, stretching through those hips. If you need to, you can always take your blanket and put it underneath between your hips and your bottom. Stretching that out. Maybe shaking those hips ever so slightly. We have just enough time to get in the other side for those legs. So let's come on up. It's hard to have a microphone. It's hard for the microphone when I'm moving around so much, it seems. All right. But I know it's been giving feedback, so I'm trying not to have it too close. Let's try this one. Okay, so shoot those legs out. We're laying on our side. Remember, our arm positions are either here or here. You can be up elevated, but I think that's really too hard on our shoulders. So nice parallel body here, neutral spine. Put those feet out just a little bit so they're at the corner of your mat. We're starting with that leg swing. Start with that leg swing, forward and back. Make sure you're not going to kick anything. Don't kick a chair or a neighbor, right? If you're doing this as a couple, swing that leg. Swing it. Good. Now hold it back there, hold it back, hold it. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Nice stretch into that hip. Good. Bring that leg back. We're going up and down. Point that toe. Remember, if I was there, I'd be pulling that leg out, trying to make you a little bit taller, a little bit longer on that one side, heel toe. Good. Up and down we go. Two more. Last one. Good. Hold it here. We do those circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. 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 Oh, take a little bit of a break. Give it a rub. Good. All right. Good. Now let's work on that zipper. So we're going to zip it up and bring it around. Zip it up. Bring it around. The more you push through the heel, the bigger stretch you're gonna get. Good, make sure we're breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, zipping it up. All right, let's zip it down. Reverse that circle. Reverse that circle. That reminds me, we didn't do our big circles in front and back, did we? We'll get them, don't worry. All right. 2 more. And last one. All right, big circle, half in front, half in back. Good, you decide which way you go first. We're going both ways, half in front, half in back. Neutral pelvis the best that you can. Hold it in, suck it in, don't let it move. It's hard, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I have a hard time too, especially on this side. All right, and then let's do that other side. So roll the other way, half in front, half in back. Good. Ooh, I'm really struggling on this side. It's my crabby hip. All right, we're gonna do it. All right, let's do 2 more. Last one, good. Oh, bend that leg back. Grab it if you can. We're gonna pull that hip back. If you want to get a little deeper, we add a little lean. Good. We might go over just a titch, but it won't be much. All right, so let's do a little sewing of the button. So the knee comes forward. Sew that button. Sew that button. Good. A couple minutes for good, strong bodies is no big deal, right? Ugh. All right, down and up we go. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good, extend that leg out. We're gonna do those hot peppers. If you need a rub, do a rub. Otherwise it's toe and heel. And we're going hot peppers. We go as fast as we can, working through the hip, toe to heel. Good. All right, now heel toe, heel toe. Good, heel toe. All right, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good, now bring those feet down just a little bit so that they're more in line with the body. We're gonna lift, lift, lower, lower. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Lift, lift, lower. Good. I know that bottom leg, it takes a while to get it, doesn't it? 2 more. Last one. Good. Now put those feet, hold them together. Let's lift them both together for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Roll onto that belly. So roll onto your belly. Good. Oh, shake those hips. Shake those hips. That feels good, doesn't it? Shake those hips a little bit when you've done all that. All right, now let's go ahead and come up. And let's child's pose right here, child's pose. Good, reach it out, feel that good stretch. Give those shakes the hip, give those hips a shake. Good, and then let's come forward, have a seat. And let's roll onto our back for our final relaxation. So we're gonna get ready for Shavasana. So come on back. Good, let's hug those legs in just for a moment. Maybe it's a little bit of a rock, side to side. Good, and then extend those legs out, big stretch. Oh, yeah. And bring those arms over. Let's get ready for Shavasana right here. So just a short Shavasana today in a position that you're comfortable with, feet on the floor with the knees together. Maybe you take your towel or your blanket and put it underneath your back, your legs, or your neck. Any one of those things feels good. No muscle should be in place, and we're breathing nice big deep breaths. Good, relaxing, breathing, softening through that body. slowly bring your focus back into this room, holding on to that peaceful feeling that you have. Let's slide those feet one at a time to the floor and roll over to that side that is the least encumbered, pushing yourself up to that seated style of your choosing. Let's take a big deep breath and let it go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed our mat Pilates combination today. Send me feedback if you'd like and let me know. And let's just bring those hands together. I hope that you have a fabulous day full of joy and blessings. Namaste.
No,
You can come
I
in and
forgot you had a class today.
No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm actually doing, well, you knew that because you have a thing, right? I've got a video planned for the 11.
Yes.